Welcome back to Driver Career Mode on F124. We are back for the penultimate race of the season. We are off to Qatar. These are how the current standings look like. We have won the Drivers' Championship for a second season in a row. We've also run the Constructors for the first time in this save. Points wise, it doesn't really matter at this point, but Leclerc actually jumped Verstappen in the last race, I guess. Because Leclerc won Vegas and Max got P8. I didn't even see that at all. I'm just noticing it now. So the gap to Leclerc is 132, while for the driver standings, and the gap from Red Bull is currently 138. So potentially, probably by the end of the season, probably about 90-ish or 100-point difference between each category of the constructors. R&D wise, we're currently level with Red Bull. We've not been able to bring a new upgrade since. I think we're just gonna have to have a look. The last upgrade we bought was at probably Portimao. No, actually, no. Portimao was part of the quadruple header, or whatever header it was. The last upgrade we bought was going into Qatar. That was the last upgrade we brought, I believe. Or if it, no, actually no, it was Singapore going into we bought it in Singapore going into Qatar. So that's when most teams bought upgrades. Red Bull did bring some other upgrades from Portimao. I think Red Bull and a couple other teams did bring upgrades from Portimao, so it is interesting to see that. Next season, we're definitely gonna put on one of those. There was these like extra sales. You can probably put like high inflation or something like that. I don't know. We'll probably put that on for next season. Next season, I don't know if I'm still gonna be at McLaren. Who knows? We can still end our contract, terminate our contract right now. I'm having a look at the R&D screen if I can get back to it. Just still, Mercedes are having a stinker. Maybe we go to Mercedes. It's still a part of that Mercedes family anyway, McLaren. Maybe we go to Mercedes and try and bring them back up to the front. But it is interesting to see what we can do. We can't even terminate our contract anymore because we're getting to the end of the season. So who knows? I don't know what happens in this stage. But yeah, we are going off to free practice. As you can see, it's a sprint race. 14 laps. Okay, got short qualifying. That's good. So I'm going off to do my free practice. I'll see you lot for qualifying. And before then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 300 subs. And I'll see you lot in a sec. Right. SQ sprint qualifying time. We need to use a bit of our battery in certain areas. Because without the battery, we have got a bit of pace saying that. But we just have to remember certain lines. I've cut that whole track there. I was trying to trying to keep the speed I had. Oh, I need to use a bit of battery actually. Because I noticed during the lap you don't burn a lot of battery. Oh, I should have started braking there. I started lifting off. This is why I can't do league racing or anything. Because the mistakes I would make were horrendous. Just remembering to lift off at certain places, brake at certain places. I don't know if that is fast or not. Braking a bit earlier. I've just cut that thing. But I managed to stay on track, I guess. 22 flat. I've done a 21.7 for quali pace, so during free practice, so I'm not sure how much we've got there. That's a big lift for me there. I use battery to cover it. Luckily there's no wall there because I can just kind of cut over the cover. 25. So there definitely is pace. And that's with using the battery. So if I did a 21.7 with battery, that's like a second and 1.2 seconds faster than my quali pace. And I didn't use battery then. Fastest sector 1, fastest sector 3. I'm going to be very bold here. I'll probably stay in. I'm not going to go out again. I don't even think Checo went out. Was 7 times faster than Checo. That's interesting. So that means we definitely have a lot of pace here. Or is this going to be like another Vegas where we had the pace in qualifying, we did well, and we just lost it. I think probably the engine was just giving up a little bit, like honestly, but we just lost it during the race, which isn't good, but is what it is. But luckily, it didn't really affect us because it was the tail end of the season already, so we'd already won the drivers' championship and the constructors were in line, and we did maximize enough. Me and Checo still finishing the points, so I think we finished in the top 5 in Vegas, so that was fine. Yeah, after sprint race we go. We are gonna be on pole, I believe. Yeah, we're on pole for the sprint race. We've got 5 laps here. I believe it's 5 laps, so hopefully we can maintain pole. But I do think Checo does have a good chance of getting the win here. And we do have to try to avoid as many penalties, as many warnings and flashbacks as possible for this race. That's a goal I'm setting myself. If we're doing overtaking, just make sure if it goes to shit, we just deal with it like that. Okay, we're on mediums for this. I think everybody is on mediums, which I think is bold. Okay, anyway, we go. 5 red lights. Where we go. We got a good launch here. I think Checo had a better one. Leclerc's had a jump on Perez here. Going into turn 1, I can see Norris on the inside there. I think Norris has jumped all of them. Oh my lord, Norris, what a move by Norris there. From P4 to P2. What a lap, what a start from Lando there. Where did he? Yeah, from P, not even P4, from P5 straight to P2. We need to see that launch again because that was way too clean. Let's have a look at that start again. But we can't see the start. We can see Lando on the inside. You got Checo's sandwiched in the middle. Leclerc's literally behind me, and because of that, Perez has had to slightly back off and let Lando through, while Leclerc can still go through. But Checo's been absolutely stiff there, but he's just managed to have that little jump on Leclerc and literally just get past him there. What a start! What a start for Lando there in that Red Bull. Right, now we need to focus on our race. Oh, that lifting up thing is literally like, you have to remember how you brake in the corners because they're not all the same. Some you lift off, some you brake. So it's just depends on what you feel is the best. And we've gone wide there. Max is on softs, but he's not really made any moves in the top 4 yet. I do think the mediums were the play. Oh, I've gone wide. Need to go. I didn't go wide enough there. I stayed 2 inside for that one. And that will be the end of the first lap. And as it stands, I'm in P1, Lando P2, Leclerc P3, Checo P4, and Max Verstappen in P5. Lando's looking at a move on the inside in turn 1. We're going to give him enough room. Oh, a little bit of wheel to wheel. And I've gone off a little bit when I have the inside here. And I just ease into it without compromising Lando too much. Lando's gone in for this win here. I did say we will be vulnerable, but I thought it was Checo. Oh, I've just avoided that massively there. Good thing for us, the DRS isn't really going to affect us throughout the whole lap until that back straight, so you've got a lot of time to recharge in corners if your battery is very low, which is the good thing about this track. But Leclerc is coming back at Lando here. The top, oh, to that Ferrari, the top 8 have kind of actually here. No incidents so far for anyone. We've kept it as clean as possible without compromising ourselves, which is the main play here. And we're keeping it on track as much as possible while staying within track limits, I guess. So we're going to be very vulnerable going into turn 1 here. We've got to put on that battery. And we are going to hold that outside line because for me, I feel the outside line is faster. Alonso has got faster slaps so far. And Norris has made a move here. Ooh, we've got to back off there. I don't know if we'll be able to have a run on him before we get DRS. Had a bit too much speed here. We're getting a slipstream from Lando, which is not the best in this track where there's a lot of quick turns. And we're just having to keep somehow managing to stay behind Lando nicely as well without hitting him and compromising us our time. But he is pulling away a little bit. He has got a bit of pace on him. This is going to be interesting here. Going into turn 1. Well, we've caught up to him there because we don't break as much as he does, and we've kind of we've lost a bit of time. We lost a lot of time there. Okay, going on the outside again. Turn off we're charging the battery again. And we can go through nice and easily there. And Norris stays ahead of Leclerc. Checo is still ahead of Verstappen. Going on to the last lap of this race. We realistically don't want Lando to get past us in turn 1. We probably could have stayed behind him there, but we had the pace and we couldn't stop. So we might lose this sprint race to Lando Norris. I don't know what that would have on the Drivers' Championship where he would finish compared to Max Verstappen. Now we've gone wide, very wide here. Probably going to go on hot lap mode a little bit through here. Try and see if we can get a little bit more time away from Lando going into the back straight. Because we know they a lot of braking there where we don't. So just try and get a little bit of time, get on the curb, or 5 tenths ahead of him, going into the back straight here, which should be enough. We'll have to burn some battery here. Leclerc is gunning for us. We've given him space, and we just managed to hold on to P1 there. And Norris is still ahead of Leclerc, and the top 5 has been exactly the same since lap 1. Now we can just charge up our battery again for that long run going down to turn 1, because Lando's gonna have DRS going to the line. Max Verstappen's softs haven't really done him any good here, whereas the other Ferrari of Carlos Sainz, I presume, has fallen out of the pack. So he's in no man's land. He's just having his own race there. Two Aston Martins are behind Max Verstappen here. Don't know if they'll be able to put in a charge. Lando Norris looking for a move there. Kind of just backed off of it. Oh, different line there. Oh, I've lifted off massively there. Burn, 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 burn. Check a flag. And we keep the pole. On to qualifying we go. A good sprint race. We kept it nice and clean. No flashbacks. Very, very good. And hopefully we can get another pole position in the lap. Good job from Lando Norris. Climbed up in that lap 1 and maintained position. So far so good. Okay, main Grand Prix qualifying time. Let's get on track early. I set a good lap here. Need another good lap as we had last time. I don't know if we'll be able to exactly replicate what we did in the sprint qualifying, but anything around that time should be good. It is getting darker as the main race will take place at night, so we should have less tire wear because it is darker, and the track will be a little bit colder, but we just need to have a good lap here. Burn all this battery to about 70%, because by the time we go through the whole lap, we would have regained at least a lot of it back. So we just have to make sure we're burning on the straights, and that should give us a good chance. 21.9 from Checo there. So the track has gotten faster. But 21.6 from Norris. He was fast during the sprint race. We can't count Norris out for a pole here. We've obviously a 21.5 from Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen's finding some pace in that car now. He did have a bad sprint qualifying and a bad sprint race as well, compared to his Red Bull teammate of Lando Norris. Leclerc as well. The Ferraris were quick as well. Leclerc finished P3 in the sprint race, so he was keeping up with me and Lando, so this will be interesting here. Kept it on track there, nice and easy. Okay, now burn it the line. What are we gonna do? A 123. That might see us through, and that might keep us on pole. Right. Oh, let's see what the others have done. Oh, that is the fastest lap. We're currently 9 tenths ahead of the second place Leclerc. Sergio's in P6. Albon. Okay, the Williams didn't look quick in the sprint race on the sprint qualifying, so they're P5 now. The Williams weren't even in the top 10. It's been a while since you say Williams aren't in the top 10. The Aston Martins were the ones in the top 10 who rounded out the top 10 of all the other teams, which is interesting to see here. And I think with this lap, we should be fine. It is a big risk, but I feel we've just got that pace ahead of the AI in terms of qualifying. Not in all qualifying plays, in all qualifiers we've done, but 9 temps. For them to close that, they're going to have to use their battery, which they won't do. So 9:29, that's how far we are ahead of Leclerc. Hopefully Checo's putting a good lap, and he is in the top 5. Leclerc didn't improve his time. I don't even think he had to. Max is P3, Lando P4, Albon's in P6, the Aston Martin 7th and 8th, Carlos Sainz in P9. He did have a bad sprint race. He was stuck behind the Aston Martins in the sprint race as well, and they left him once DRS was available. Oscar Piastri, 2 Williams are coming back in here. The Mercedes are back. They've got the RBs and the Saubers, the Hasses and Alpines as well. Lewis Hamilton's in P13. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, off to the main race we go. Strategy wise, it's probably going to be medium and hards. Probably we are on pole again by a landslide, but it isn't going to be as easy as we think. There are going to be some threats from the Red Bulls, the Ferraris, so even Checo, so we do have to be careful about that. Don't know if anyone's got a penalty yet. We'll find out going onto the grid. It's true. I don't know if anyone would start on soft because Max started on softs and they didn't help him in any shape or form. So yeah, hopefully that should was good. And now we just go to 5 red lights. Right, we are on the grid. Let's see what our strategy is going to be like and what the other teams are going to, what the other team strategies will be like as well. Because I'm definitely sure it's a medium hard race. The softs might be in contention. I'm not too sure how much the deck is. You see, I did say softs might be in contention. So 6 laps on softs, 8 laps on mediums, which does seem alright considering it's a night race at this point. The sprint race wasn't at night, so that's probably an issue. So, oh, okay. So I'm on the top 6 here. Me and Max are on softs. The rest of them are on mediums. Then the rest of the grid is on softs apart from Yuki Tsunoda all the way at the back. I don't think anyone has got a penalty here. So Lando Norris could have a jump on Max Verstappen here because he did do it during the sprint race. So hopefully he might be looking for it again in the inside. Anyway, let's get racing here at Qatar. 5 red lights. Where we go, short hold. Oh, Verstappen's got a good jump here. But Leclerc's holding him off on the inside. Oh, he's looking nice there. We give him space on the inside and we make it round nicely. Norris hasn't made the jump he did, but Stroll, my God, where did Lance Stroll come from here? Let's have a look at that quickly. Where the hell did Lance Stroll come from? Okay, so that's Lance Stroll on the outside. He just got him past Checo there and the Williams of Albon, and he just stuck it nicely. Leclerc did have a look on the inside, but we just had the traction to brake later than him, and we just made it round faster without compromising him as well. So starting on the softs were good for that aspect of the race. Lance Stroll started P7, so he has made a good jump. Checo's fallen down from P5. Oh, it's not looking good for Checo's. Carlos Sainz has jumped up to Oscar Piastri, who has jumped Russell as well. Alonso Lewis is still where he is. Alonso has had a stinker there. But anyway, time to focus on our race. 14 laps to go. Let's get racing. We are stopping at lap 6, so we just have to be racing nicely. And as you can see, we are getting a little bit of a gap just because we are on fresher tires. Not fresher tires, softer tires than the rest, than Leclerc. We've already pulled away a whole second in that first section of the lap, which is interesting. Phil Verstappen might probably get past Leclerc going into turn 1, which is going to be interesting to see. We've got a lot more grip and we can carry a lot more speed through those corners there, as we picked off 2 tenths in that final section alone. I said 2 tenths, we picked up like 4 tenths already. And that's the end of lap 1. Yes, we did a 1:23.6. Interesting. As I said, Max Verstappen is looking for a move on Charles Leclerc, and he has gotten past him as well. As I did say that those soft tires have better grip, so he's probably just going to brake later than him and get away. Now, this is going to be interesting because we could pull away from Leclerc as fast as we did, but Max Verstappen's another case. Since he's on the same compound as us, he's going to have the same grip, the same speed as us. But it depends if Leclerc is sticking with him or not. Because I guarantee you by the end of lap 3, our tires, these soft tires will start getting a bit of deg. And that would be good for us. So that's why that early lead was good. And Charles Leclerc is right behind him as well. So it's not like Max is actually pulling away that much, but he is catching up to me ever so slightly here. So that's going to be interesting. We've not been able to pull away as we did Leclerc, but there's no surprise in that anyway. So what's the lap time now? We did 23.6 before, 23.1. So we've improved by 5 tenths. Interesting. Leclerc is gaining on Max. He will have DRS as well. Oh, and he has gotten past him before the braking zone. This is what I said. If we can just keep our car nicely. Oh, these were not even fresh softs. That's interesting. They weren't even fresh softs. No wonder they told us to go lap 6. I was wondering, why was it lap 6? You could, because on fresh soft, we definitely could have gone 7 laps. Probably even 8 if you're pushing it nicely. I don't even know. But I didn't use any extra softs. So that's just a shame. The game decided to give me new softs. And you can't even know if it's, you can't really tell if it's used or not. But while Leclerc and Verstappen are battling, we have pulled away almost a 2-second gap to them. So that will be very, very nice for us. We might make a little bit mistakes here and there and lose a bit of time. We do know we have got a bit of a lead, and I'm pretty sure Max is probably on the same compound tires, worn used softs as well as us, so that would be interesting. Sergio Perez is putting the fastest lap. He is on mediums. He's on a 23.0. So he has, so those mediums are definitely getting to their fast pace now. Me and Max are definitely going to be struggling for pace as he has overtaken Leclerc again this lap. Norris is just kind of waiting patiently there. You don't think he's too far behind him, but he is on the same compound as Leclerc, so it's going to be interesting to see. Stroll is just comfortably in P5 there. He's not really put much of a fight towards Lando, I guess. He has got Checo behind him, so Checo has climbed back up. I think I probably could have told you that with the fastest lap as well. So I won't be surprised. Yeah, mate, the grip is falling off. After the first lap and a half, I noticed it. That's how I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm on used softs. I'm pretty sure Checo is going to get past Lance Stroll going into turn 1 here. That 2-second lead we did have to Verstappen and Leclerc has fallen down a bit. Are you serious? Please don't let it hinder him too much. So yeah, so Norris is behind, yeah, and Norris overtaking Verstappen. As I did say, those soft tires will start falling off. But Max has gotten past him for now. But I do feel Norris has got the pace advantage on Max. This is going to be very interesting to see here. As Leclerc is catching up to us, he's almost within DRS range. How did that happen? I've been sleeping or not even made any like massive mistake, but just his tire advantage on us is just so vast. It's going to be difficult to keep him out of DRS unless we kind of just push as possible. But even with that, I can notice those lap times going down. This is probably the only section we could probably gain like a 10th on him. And I've just got the whole track in doing so. Well, beggars can't be choosers. We are boxing this lap anyway, so just getting out of that DRS range for now was the best choice we could do. The best option we had anyway. Verstappen has gone in early, so Verstappen's going on an undercut on Leclerc and us as well. This is going to be interesting. So we've actually just got to push to try and avoid that max undercut. But that means our medium be a lap fresher than his. That's if he is even going on mediums. If he's going on hard, then he's actually just ruined his race. Leclerc is catching back up to us, even though we're pushing. I think I'm just going to have to use... Yeah, Leclerc will get DRS, but it's not really going to affect us because we are boxing this lap. And with that, we're just going to take it easy. Oh, no, not put it on none. Because we need to try and get ahead of Max with this overcut here. And I've just gone in very late there. Okay, we're going on mediums. I don't know what Max has put on. We'll have a look right now. Max is on mediums. Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz, Ocon, Piastri, Magnussen, Ricciardo, and Zhou have all pitted for mediums. But this is going to be interesting here. How else? Oh my gosh, our softs were gone. That front left was dead. Oh, that missed that. Oh my gosh, that Aston Martin. Okay, I can see Verstappen going onto the back straight now. We're definitely going to get ahead of him here. Since he's not going to have DRS, so that's good for us. And we will come out P6 here. We're probably going to have about a second and a half on Max here. If my calculations are right, which I don't think they are. But I need to scrub these mediums in there, sliding a bit. Okay, we've got a second gap to Max Verstappen here. I think the medium runners will probably pit around lap 8. The Gasly is out of the session. What's happened there? He's probably had an engine failure. Yeah, we have a slight pace advantage on Max there. Just because Albon, one of the medium runners, have started to pit. Albon's gone in, Sonoda's gone in, Norris is in as well. Does that mean Leclerc's in? I want to look at the map. Well, judging by that, Leclerc and Checo haven't pit. Ooh, Lando here. I think Lando might jump Max here. It's going to be very bold of me to say so. Oh, it's very close there. I think Lando's just done it. Oh, he's not. Max has jumped in there. Yellow flags for Gasly here. Oh, it seems he crashed out. Oh no, it's mechanical failure. We've got Lando here, and he just sees Max there. Well, Max has just got the traction because he's warmed up his tires, and Lando can see the position. He almost overcut his teammate. Oh, wrong time to unpause there. Wasn't paying attention. So we've got a 24-second gap to Leclerc, and I'm not sure how long those pit stops are taking. And we have pulled away from Max a bit. Checo is definitely getting past, guarantee you that. But I'm not sure of Leclerc's one. 24 seconds. I'm not too sure. Because from my calculations, it seems like 21 second. And he still hasn't boxed yet. None of them, they've not still gone in. Am I dumb? Nah, they've not gone in yet. Oh, Lando went on hard tires. Oh, he wasn't even on mediums. Oh, he couldn't have been on mediums. He didn't go on softs. Okay. So that means almost all runners went on hards. So that means Leclerc and Checo are definitely going on softs. Well, they have to go on softs. Because going on hards at this point isn't realistic. So they've definitely got to pit this lap. They can't go for another lap. They've got to pit this lap. 23.9 to Leclerc. We're definitely eking out time from Leclerc here. How are the mediums looking? Mediums are looking fine. That takes a lot of degradation. Like all the other tyres. So Leclerc has pit and Checo's gone in as well. He has put on the soft tyres, as I did say they will. Judging by that, does that mean Leclerc is out of his pit box? He is here. Checo as well. Checo's gonna drop to behind the Aston Martins as well. We have come out ahead of Leclerc. Can't see him out on track yet. Verstappen has passed him. Leclerc is going to be fighting with Lando Norris for that P3 position, and he will probably keep the position for a couple of laps. But I'm not sure. Checo, where's Checo? Oh my gosh, Checo's falling way back. Checo's behind an Alpine. We are 4 seconds ahead of Max, so that's good. Checo's behind an Alpine. Checo, Alpine, and Williams is behind an Albon. Albon that started in P6 as well, down in P12 at the moment. Who's had a good stride here? The Mercedes drivers have had a blinding strategy. They're going into the points at 8th and 9th at the moment. Who else started out of position and is in the points? No, it was only the Mercedes drivers. Oscar's where he started hasn't really lost or gained. Max and Leclerc kind of swapped positions, but Leclerc is definitely going to have a pace advantage on Max. So Max is not holding on to that P2 position for long, I can tell you that. Considering they were literally neck and neck by the time Leclerc came out. So going into the back straight, he's gonna have more grip and basically outbrake Max. And if he, since he's using this lap as a warm-up lap, once he outbreaks Max, he's gone. Then he's gonna be up. Then he's gonna be up on my ass quickly. .127.3. Stroll's going ahead of Norris here. Norris has actually stiffed himself here. Those hard tires though, but those hard tires are not the play. Leclerc has not managed to pass him yet. So that means he's getting past him because considering he's way closer than he was on his out lap. So I say out lap on his, yeah, technically out lap, I guess. We have just kept it steadily here. No flashbacks, I want to believe. No flashbacks so far. We've kept it clean in turn one. Didn't push anyone off. Kept it nicely. Clean racing. What we like to see. I think that's going to be my main goal. Track limits. My main goal for next season, to try and keep it as nice as possible without using too many flashbacks, which is easier said than done. There probably will be flashbacks. Let's say like I'm trying, someone's over to me. Oh no, but if that's the case, I'm probably gonna have to leave space and be clean. Then try to be defensive and dirty as well. Leclerc has gone faster, as I said, and he has gone past Max just before the braking zone as well. So I did tell you that those softs are quick. Even though they're used, they could be used, but they're still faster than the mediums at the first phase. But if they are used, then there wasn't any point of starting on the mediums. Because if they were used, you might as well start on the used, then go to mediums. And we are struggling on that front left. I can see why Lando probably went on the hard tires, probably because he's probably got a lot of deg. So he just said, yeah, you know what, to mitigate on the hard tires. But he is in an Aston Martin sandwiched out of Stroll and Alonso. It's going to be interesting to see if he can pass Stroll. So 3.3, a couple seconds behind, ahead of Leclerc rather. But because Max is on medium, I'm pretty sure those softs are used. Because Max is keeping with Leclerc very well here. Leclerc isn't breaking off. Not how we broke off to Leclerc in the first phase of the race. We were able to pull out a whole second with our softs. So I'm led to believe those are used softs. They're on old softs. I was right. Even here where he said Yeah, I can't do driver behind because Leclerc isn't behind me at the moment. Oh, actually, let's just check what he said on checker, actually. How many laps old are his tires? It didn't tell me. It didn't say how old his tires are. Interesting. We are starting the final lap here. Let's see if we can push a little bit for fastest lap. Leclerc could get the fastest lap still. He is ahead of Max at the moment. I think I've got 2 track limit warnings. 1 corner cutting 1 track. I've not been able to improve in this one. Oh boy. That front left is giving us no grip at all. I probably should have reduced the front brake bias a bit. And push it to the rears. 4 laps on their tires. So I'm guessing those tires they were new then. Well, a good race here. Very, very good race. We started on pole. We kept pole nicely as well. No mistakes. No big mistakes rather. And we go on to the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi next time. No sprint races there. 1 qualifying, 1 race. Probably about 16 laps, give or take. I'm not too sure. But we had a good race there. Very, very good race. So that was a very, very good race there. We kept it clean. We've got the final race of the season, Abu Dhabi next. No specialist again. Everything is done. We could still break our contract. And I feel we will do it. We are breaking our contract in the next episode. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you a lot later for the final race of the season. Peace.